Hello, and welcome to the Deep Fried Sports Podcast. I am Jack Fry, your host, and thanks for listening. Last night, the Rockets took down the Warriors 112-108. The Bucks defeated the Celtics 113-101. And in hockey, the Sharks lost the Avs 3-4. Game 7 is tomorrow. The Boston Bruins beat the Blue Jackets 3-0 and took the series. That series ended 4-2. Tonight, we have a Western Conference hockey game with the Stars versus the Blues, and that series is tied 3-3. That is Game 7 tonight, Game 7 for the Sharks tomorrow. The Western Conference for the NHL is down to the wire, Game 7s, but the East is set. Of course, the Hurricanes have been waiting very patiently for the winner of the Boston Blue Jackets series. They swept. So, the East is set. The Bruins versus the Hurricanes. The Bruins will have home ice. Of course, the Hurricanes are a wild card team. That looks to be a decent series. I see probably the Hurricanes winning that and going to the NHL Stanley Cup. Should be interesting. I'll be rooting for the Sharks tomorrow night. I don't know what a better matchup would be between Dallas and St. Louis for them, but that series, both of those series, have been extremely competitive. But let me get to this. Last night in the Rockets-Warriors game, finally, a basketball game worth watching in that series. The NBA got what it wanted. They got a split. It's 2-2 going back to Oakland. And in this game, Houston went small. They played their small ball game, which I haven't seen them do before, and it pretty much came out to be very successful. They hit a ton of threes. Harden was pretty much unstoppable. The refs called the game fairly, I think, unlike Game 1, but they also called fouls that they weren't calling in Game 1, like landing space and stuff like that. Houston has won 12 home games in a row going back to the regular season, so it looks like they're unbeatable at home. If they can get that win in Game 5 in Oakland, I think they'll take this series. The series is a best of 3 now, so it's not a must-win. Game 5 is going to be huge. You just have to win 2 out of 3. 2 of those games will be in Oakland. 1 will be in Houston. If each team wins their home games, the Warriors will win out. Congratulations, NBA. You won't have a sweep. You won't have a 5-game series. It could be 6 and it could be 7. That means they're going to get all the money that they needed, probably. Now, here's the thing. The Warriors are playing pretty well, not as good as we know they can play. And they're not shooting very well. It's just been kind of odd. The best shooting team in the league just not making shots like they normally would. And this goes for all 4 games. If they can shoot lights out like we know that they can, nobody can beat them. Houston shot lights out, and that's how they won. I want Kerr to coach. You've got this team of superstars. You need to coach them up. You're not just handling personalities, Kerr. I want to see you make an adjustment to what the Rockets are doing. Stop Harden, if not slow him down. You need to solve some problems, Steve Kerr, and figure out how to win Game 5. You just got to concentrate on Game 5. You have to win Game 5. If you don't win Game 5, you're probably going to lose the series. I'd like to see some coaching, Kerr. Let's show that you are a great coach. You're not just handling personalities. You're not just handling superstar talent. I need you to coach up some schemes. I need you to coach up some ways to beat this Houston Rockets team. So prove it, please. In the Bucks-Celtics game, it just looked like Boston was overmatched. And the Bucks were up 3-1 in that series going back to Milwaukee. It looks to me like that series is pretty much over. Bledsoe came out and played like a bulldog, which was great because Middleton wasn't very good last night. And Giannis had 39 points and 16 rebounds. On the other side of the ball, Kyrie only had 23 points. Which isn't too bad, but when you consider his 7 for 22 shooting night, it wasn't so good either. This series is over. When Giannis was on the bench, the Bucks went on a 17-7 run. He came back in the fourth quarter and pretty much put the dagger in the Boston Celtics. When Giannis goes to the bench, you have got to play better. You've got to be the aggressor. You've got to score more points than the other team, not let them go on a 17-7 run. Are you kidding me? So Boston looks overmatched. The coach of the Bucks, Budenholzer, he looks like he knows what he's doing. And he did get Coach of the Year, I believe. Congratulations to the Bucks. Nice scheme, Budenholzer. I'd like to see Kerr learn some things from you. You know, there was an inside the huddle excerpt during the game where you could hear what Budenholzer was talking about. He was basically saying, look, guys, you need to be more intense. They have the intensity. They are the team winning. You need to have the intensity. You will be the team winning, in so many words. And then 10 minutes later, the Bucks took an 8-point lead. It was amazing. Just pointing out the obvious. Sometimes that's all you have to do. So Steve Kerr, please do that for the Warriors. Starting to look like the next round in the East will be the Bucks versus whoever wins between the Sixers and Raptors. And that game is tonight. Also, the Blazers and Nuggets will be playing tonight, and that'll be the later game. Both of those series are tied 2-2. I have the Sixers beating the Raptors, and I have the Blazers beating the Nuggets. Both of these series have been very interesting because each team has won and lost a home game. It's obviously not a home court advantage as much as it is in the Rockets and Warriors series. These games have been very competitive, especially in the Blazers and Nuggets series. We had that 4 overtime game, which was pretty impressive. So we'll see what happens tonight with those two games. Stars Blues Game 7 tonight. Sharks Avalanche Game 7 tomorrow. The playoffs are heating up in both the NBA and the NHL. It's been very, very entertaining, and I cannot wait to watch. Thanks, folks, for listening. I appreciate you coming in. Please share it with your buddies, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Music has been provided by Ben Sounds. God, your sounds are great, Ben. Thank ya. Goodbye.